just to stay on the bike. And so, yeah, I still do that stuff, and I still, hang out. And the good news is some of the guys that are the best writers and thinkers in the world have become friends over the years now. And so they're my running buddies. So we hang out, and I get to talk offline with them, and they still teaching me stuff. It's cool.
What about like fiction? You read anything like that ever?
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah. All the Jack Carr stuff. You read Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I read all that stuff. And Brad Thor's a friend. I read all of his stuff, all those spy novels and stuff. Fiction makes airplanes fly fast.
Yeah, it does, huh? Yeah, Jack Carr, that's wild, dude. Yeah, I was like a big John Grisham fan when I was growing up.
Yeah, I read all of his, every one of his. Yeah.
And
Daniel Silva's the guy. He writes like the character, the prognostic is an Israeli Mossad spy, versus Jack Carr's is a former SEAL team, and Brad Thor's is all the same stuff. They're all former Delta, former SEAL, or whatever, that kind of stuff. So it's in the same genre, and I've read all of his stuff too. But again, I do read fiction. Yes.
Something you like, yeah. When people look at like, there's an election this year, it's an election year. When people look at the election, do you feel like who they vote for could have an effect on their future finances?
Sure. Not as much as the candidates would like you to believe.
Right.
It turns out that I've done stupid stuff under every single White House, and I have done smart stuff under every single White House, and I've increased the size of our business under every single White House. None of them have been dumb enough to destroy my life, and none of them have ever sent me any money.
Yeah.
So most of them don't even send me my money back. So, what happens at your house is way more important than what happens at the White House. But yeah, policy does matter. It changes whether we've got $3 gas or $5 gas. And that matters, because if you're running a heat and air company and you got 30 trucks out there and you're trying to feed your family and trying to feed that guy who's on that truck's family, and the gas price doubles on that, run that truck down the road to fix somebody's heat and air, it changes the whole P&L on that company. And then that guy wants a raise, and it ain't there because some doober at the White House turned the faucet on or off on the oil. And that stuff matters. That shows up. And so, policy does matter in that regard because it affects things. And policy during stressful times matters because whether people feel. Ronald Reagan didn't do anything special, but he made people feel like it was going to be prosperous. Whether you agree with him or not, he was a motivator. He was aspirational, and so
it's a good point, huh?
He didn't really have any magic wands that he waved at the Reaganomics or raised. And Art Laffer that wrote the Reaganomics stuff lives here in town. He's a friend of mine. He was on Reagan's cabinet at the time. He's in his 80s. Wonderful man, brilliant man. But Art Laffer did not turn America around, Ronald Reagan. But Ronald Reagan made people believe again. And when you can believe, instead of believe everything's bad, it's horrible, it's divisive, we're not going to do anything, but people sit at home and they don't do things, and then the economy starts to, that stuff does have an effect. But you can win in any situation. So vote for who you want to vote for. But don't vote for them because they're going to fix your life, because they're not.
No, that's a great statement. Yeah. In the end, it really comes down to you, doesn't it? You still believe that? It really seems like that.
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah.
John Stossel wanted to interview me many years ago, back when he did 2020 and all that stuff. And he was a scary dude, because you know if he's going to come at your throat or whether he's going to be a friend in an interview. And we went down there and we were sitting off stage, or on stage, I guess, doing the interview. And he said, I've read all your stuff. And he goes, I don't think you're as much of a conservative as you think you are. He said, I think you're a social conservative and an economic libertarian. I went, okay, I'll go with that. And so, yeah, the economic libertarian would say, if it's to be, it's up to me. Get up, go mow some grass, get you a pressure washer, get your butt in gear. And, the government's just something you got to overcome. They're in the way. They're not going to lift me. If I'm waiting on the government to lift me, all I can think about is the DMV line.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So I'm that guy. But it comes out of my Scotch-Irish redneck history. The Scotch-Irish have always been fighting everything. They've always been independent.
Yeah.
Think of Braveheart, as independent.
High blood pressure too.
Yeah. Always looking for a fight.
Yeah.
Always looking to stir something up. If there's no drama, just make some. Yeah. And so I've made a good living doing it though.
Yeah. Where'd you meet your wife at, Dave?
College.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, marketing class.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you went to college in Tennessee or no?
I did, University of Tennessee.
You did?
We both graduated from UT, yeah.
Nice, dude. Is there a better place to see a football game than Neyland?
Wow. It's a religion. Yeah, it really is. It's wow.
It's so sweet over
Bizarre.
there.
When they're winning, especially.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of nice lately.
Yeah, it helps. The past 2 years has been
It's a big
definitely
deal,
a good
but
time
yeah.
to get on board.
Not good being with 110,000 people when you're losing because they are angry rednecks. But yeah, me, I'm one of them. I'm like, oh, I'm pissed. But yeah,
Do you go to some games ever?
we had sweet seats for years when our kids were down there, and so we'd go down almost every game. But the kids are grown and got grandkids, and we're traveling doing other stuff, so we gave those up. But so I'm not mad about it. It just kind of that phase went away.
Yeah.
Watching on the TV now, but better experience anyway. But
Yeah.
yeah. So go
Where'd you
Vols.
meet your wife at school? Do you remember?
We're at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the marketing class.
Oh, in
Yeah,
class
yeah.
you saw her, huh?
Yeah, she was cheating off my paper,
Was she really?
but she was cute, so I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, let her look
That was
over.
a
Huh?
good idea. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your paper. It's your paper, honey. Have you ever been approached by like I know you've had different obviously books and like programs for people to achieve wealth and to save their money. Have you ever like had a package or something you've taken to like a Shark Tank or to like a something like that where they've tried to
No, because we kind of bootstrapped every bit of this.